What are you doing here? You're watching my vlogs. Thank you. Hit the like button. Welcome to Saturday's vlog. I'm making healthier choices, man. This is good. I feel good. I'm standing and using and editing my vlog. Feels much better. Food just letting it digest. And better for your hip flexors. So what do I have in front of me? Well, it's a piece of paper that has nothing to do with this. I wrote down my blood sugars because I always update you guys in the morning of my vlogs during the middle of the night and whatever I left off on. Let the BJ update begin. Wait a second, glasses off because there's glare and I want you to see my pretty eyes. Don't you love me? You love me. So when I ended the vlog, I was at 1 a.m. I was 154. I took 3 units of Novolog, as you guys know. 4 a.m. I was 154 again, but I took 2.2 units, like almost kind of a quarter, and then 11 units of Levemir. Back to sleep. 7:45 a.m. was 127, not too shabby. And then I went to go get my old people because it's Saturday and I work at the retirement center with my mom. When I got back from my old people, I just felt in a better place mentally to not snack around while breakfast is going on. But 9:30 I spiked to 140. I'm glad I checked, because I always assumed that if I check at 7:45, what's it gonna be at 9 a.m. an hour later? Like, am I gonna be 1 bajillion? Don't say that. But that 140 made me think, all right, I'm gonna take 2 extra units of Novolog for breakfast, because vitamin C, egg whites, my cheese muffins that didn't really turn out that well, or biscuits. Hot sauce. Breakfast usually covers me for 6 units, so I ended up taking 8 units. Couple in the shoulder, some in the fat. Don't know how much in each, but not that big of a deal. Here's breakfast. And right now it's 11:20. I've been editing the vlog. Already made my first Instagram post, just telling people I've been using Novolog because it's more potent during a period of insulin resistance for me. And R is not gonna cut it. I'm just gonna take a lot. It's gonna be unpredictable. I'd rather take less of Novolog. My shoulder hurts vlogging. Look at me, I'm such a dedicated YouTuber. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shut up, Ali. I wanna say, I made my low carb biscuits kinda. They just didn't turn out right because I used less almond flour and no eggs. But I wanna say I feel much happier right now, and I feel like I've broken free from like this mentality of every time I have a meal, I'm like, what am I gonna have next? I want to snack on this. I'm gonna go buy this. Like, I don't feel satisfied. I don't feel like that satisfaction, and I feel satisfied now. Like the food satisfied me. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I was in the moment. I don't know if it has anything to do because I read this last night. Go get the book. Get the book. Get the book. Get the book. This book, Eating Mindfully. Now, I like it. If you guys want me to do a full review on this book, drop it in the comment. Don't forget, I will do it for you. It's a pretty good book. There's a lot of insight. I don't want to get into it now because that's not what I want to talk about right now, unless you guys want it. But just being in the moment while I eat breakfast and just like thinking, the more discipline I implement in my life, that doesn't have to be just eating. Like, let's say I watch less of leisure, I put less leisure time, no more work. It's a happier Ali, a better, happier me. So I feel good. Like, I feel like I've broken free, and I'm like, I'm at a place where even if I check my blood sugar right now and it's high, I'm not going to be irritated. I cannot check my blood sugar now. It's a new insight I'm getting when I'm not in a good place mentally. I have to sit down, be focused, think about something logically instead of emotional eating and emotional decisions and rage bolus and that's the grind, guys. So I'm gonna get on the laptop. I will update you soon. My plan is to only have 2 meals today, just like usual. I hate jamming in a bunch of meals and then having to wait for my workouts late or early or whatever. So why am I gonna tell you? Just watch the vlog. You might as well just watch the first minute and then close. No. Keep watching. I'll see you soon. The same 144. Obviously, wait. Get back to work. They posted. All right, beautiful people. It's 1:20 p.m. Uploaded the vlog. Made my second Instagram post talking about the love life with diabetes, or something I don't really talk about. But if you guys want to check it out, the link is in my description for my Instagram account. Be sure to say hi. It came from the vlog family. But my blood sugar, fortunately, was 180. And I really sat down and thought logically when I checked it. I was like, all right, let's think. What did I eat? And I think I had way too much mozzarella cheese when I made these. The low carb biscuit tried to, and I put a little more almond flour than I should. I had like 2 servings maybe. That was probably like 8 carbs, just more cheese, you know what I mean? So it's expected. I went up by another 20 points from 140 to 180. I took 3 units in my left shoulder. Even though I might have 1 more hour of insulin really working, I took it at 9:30. So 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. majority of his job already worked. Like, I'm not gonna go any lower from 180, especially with higher fat. So I'm confident with that, and I'm gonna be sitting down for the next hour in the car while I'm taking my old people. So I will see you later. Peace.
قلت مال شهر شنو انت اخذت شهر 12 قبضته؟
So, guess what? It's about 3:40 p.m. What you saw was me in the car with my mom. We had to drop off another car, which I was very bitter about because I was already done driving for the day. Didn't feel like driving, but I did it for her. Blood sugar was 140 about 40 minutes ago, and we're walking to the gym. And I was like, well, I don't want to listen to music the whole way to the gym, and I don't have any data to listen to good audiobooks. So I was like, I'll talk to Vlog Family. But don't worry, I'm not just gonna talk just to talk. I'm gonna talk about what you see in the title, my diagnosis story, kind of like the first couple of struggles I went through. Something that really hit me the other day when I was driving home without music, no radio, always after a workout, something hits me. But for starters, the reason why I wanted to walk to the gym is one, I don't want to bolus stack really hard because what's happening is my blood sugar is high right now because I just had a really, breakfast was a high fat meal. Let's be really straightforward. You can't really tell when I'm just recording. And if I work out right now at a 140, I'm gonna spike to like 190 and then I have to take even more insulin, then I'm gonna drop later. So I was like, you know what, this walk is gonna help me drop my blood sugar a bit while talking to you guys. And I still have like another good hour or two for my 3-unit bolus to do its job, but I'm resistant right now. So we cleared that out the way. Let's get into it. Gosh, I'm gonna get a shoulder workout just talking to you guys, holding my phone. Shoulder lift, and now shoulders that go back home don't even work out. I'm like waiting for people to get away. I don't like vlogging in front of people. I need to get better at that. But so I first got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 18, around that month of November of 2015. No, around 2016, 17. Yeah, 2015. I was getting diagnosed around my birthday. So when I first heard from the doctor that I had type 1 diabetes, my first, other than the inspirational stuff, like, you know, me being positive, what I mean by inspiration is I'm not just gonna make myself look like Macho Man when I got diagnosed, but when I did actually get diagnosed, my 2 little cousins don't believe me. I was upbeat and I was optimistic, very highly optimistic when I got diagnosed. And I'll be very honest, like, get straight to it. The only reason why I was optimistic because I thought I just had diabetes. I had a name to myself and that was it. Like, I didn't need to take any medication. All I had to do was work out and eat healthy. And what I thought was like, oh wow, now I have an incentive to really kick butt and be an inspiration to everyone around me. Like, this is the perfect chip on my shoulder. That's all the thoughts that were going through my head. And then a couple of days later, or they probably thought I was a type 2 diabetic, so they prescribed me metformin, which was really stupid, and my blood sugar was just not going down. I saw endo, but the part that hit me was the biggest struggle I dealt with after my diagnosis. Obviously adjusting to like syringes and just the social aspect of diabetes. Like, I didn't know what having a 300 blood sugar was. I didn't even know what units meant. They're like, you have to take 2 units. I'm like, what do you mean units? Like, what does that mean? I literally said that to the nurse. I know you guys all have beautiful diagnosis stories, like amazing stuff. The thing I dealt with that was really hard for me was food, you know. So after I got diagnosed, I didn't eat carbs. Like, I really want to give it to my mom because it would be stupid of me to just eat a bunch of carbs when I already have. They didn't even give me insulin yet. So the only thing that was running through my head after the inspirational stuff, when that stuff left, was when can I eat carbs again? That was it. So when I saw my endo, like, we're gonna give you insulin, you can eat carbs now, and I was like, my world flipped. Like, my grandma was crying, I remember, and she was just happy to hear that I could eat again those foods, which is pretty, like, if I think about it now, really stupid in a sense, but I know why. On that day when I saw my endo, they haven't given me insulin yet, but they prescribed it. Me and my brother celebrated at Olive Garden because we thought we were good. And they had to pay cash to the endo, which I really am grateful for my mom and brother. They just paid, you know, because they couldn't cover me. And we went to Olive Garden. I literally had 80 carbs, and I didn't know. But if I think about it now, it was a big bowl of pasta. It took 0 insulin for it. I got home, I checked my blood sugar. I'm like, why is it 400? We're like all pissed looking at the machine. My mom was like, well, you probably just ate some pasta. And I'm like, this is so confusing. It's like, this is just bananas, absurd story. And I was at a point too where I was just really deprived, because you gotta consider you having a high blood sugar, really high, like being a DKA, diabetic ketoacidosis, really high blood sugar, acidic blood essentially, is you become hungrier and thirstier. Not just thirstier, but people forget that you want to eat more sugar and junk. So imagine that plus being deprived in general. I literally went on Google Images and looked up M&M cookies. And literally, like, here's the punchline. The reason why we're so sensitive about the subject of food with diabetes is because food and diabetes is like this. Like, they link together. They link together in a sense, because we all know that if you want to have better diabetes, the first things to consider, obviously, other than medication and diagnosing what you have, is food. So we become, in a sense, we feel left out. We feel lesser of a human. I'm speaking from my half. There might be some other people that know what I'm talking about, but I didn't feel like a human. Like, when I knew I could eat carbs again, I was so, like, I just wanted to, like, slap somebody who said I couldn't eat something. I was like, you're f***ing stupid, just bah! And we don't want that. But now, 3 years later, coming to grips that this is the reason why I want to build a better relationship with food, and I'm still trying to work at it. It's hard because diabetes is such a burden when it comes to food. So I can't get enough of this conversation. It was just, and then a year later after I got diagnosed, I got a pump, I think around that time, and my thought was, oh, I can eat even more carbs now. When we put the thought that we're restricting ourselves and we can't eat that, we develop a love-hate relationship with food. Or I would say love-hate, like, you know, you love it, you binge on it, or you just hate it, like, yo, I feel like that's sort of human. But the more we come to grips that we should stop, even if you're low carb or vegan, whatever the opposite ideology you follow, we should stop calling those foods bad or good. It's just not going to serve our blood sugars, or it's not going to support us in our goals, really. And that's how we have to kind of look at it. And another punchline is you choose to not eat those things. You have power when you choose versus, oh yeah, he has diabetes, he can't eat that, you should feel sorry for him. I dealt with that so much when I first got diagnosed, just like the sound of like, oh, he has diabetes, he can't eat that. And my mom really was very hard. She was pretty hard on me. Like, she did not let me eat anything like that was carby. She was always on my back, and that led me to a bad, I don't want to blame her, but it led me to a binging eating mentality, you know. Every time I'm around my mom and I eat something that's relatively higher in carbs or just more food in general, even if it's cheese, she's like, oh, be careful, I don't eat too much. So, and it makes me mad. It makes me want to rebel and like eat more and tell her like, hey, it's none of your business. Like, I can eat whatever I want. And we feel lesser of humans as people living with diabetes. And I'll leave you guys with this. When you hear those words like, oh, I'm sorry you can't eat that, or oh, you have diabetes, what I like to do, and I'm very soft-spoken sometimes, and I let people walk over me, but the thing I say now is I choose not to eat those things. I can eat it, but it makes my life easier when I don't eat those specific foods, whatever they're talking about. You know, if you're a vegan and they're eating burgers, or if you're low carb and they're eating, you know, corn or potatoes, like, just, you choose. It's your life. And we all know, like, people that have diabetes and they eat whatever they want and try to dose for it, play that game, you guys know I'm not against it. I just, like, you're gonna have a tougher time. So hope you guys got some value from that. It was a long vlog today. So I want to bolus now, but remember, I took my correction of 3 units at 1:30 p.m. So it's 2:30, 3:30. It's not even 4:30. I got 10 minutes left till it's 4:30. 3 hours, 3-hour rule of insulin really working. So I'm kind of scared of taking my injection right now. And I went from 140 to 115 pretty, not fast, but it's just erratic. So I might just inject right now, and I'm warming up my 2-3 units. Took 2 units of Novolog in my left shoulder because I don't want the insulin to last too long, and 2 units because I'm gonna walk back home after. I have to consider that. I've been bolus stacking hard, bolus stacking. So there was air in my syringe, but as soon as I pushed out a little more, because I had 4 units pre-filled, but I took out just 2, and the air bubble went away. So yeah, let's go.
Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your primitive, it's why It's your favorite if it's wet yet. If you got a big,
I'm leaving the gym right now. I'm kind of worried about my blood sugar dropping because I'm walking back and it's 120. Still have insulin working, but we'll see how it goes. Good. 6:10 p.m. 78. Just got home. I think I'm gonna use R instead of Novolog because I'm more sensitive right now and I'm trying to figure out my dose because I don't want to spike too hard. And I'm used to Novolog right now these past couple of weeks, but. Let's go. It's the same thing as yesterday. Purple cabbage, white cabbage, peanuts, almonds, chicken breast shred up, cucumbers, a little bit of vinegar, hot sauce. 6.5 units of R. I'm hoping that's the spot. Costco. And I'm making special egg whites. Me and my mom are doing a scientific experiment. Oh yes, we put the cheese on top. We had it in the pan and then we put it back in the air fryer because I want the cheese crispy. And I'm gonna throw these seasonings so it looks like pizza now. I'm gonna end the vlog. Good night. Alright guys, it's about 8 p.m. I'm ending the vlog off real early because I know my time range. I know it's gonna be a little long, so just want to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, hearing my diagnosis story. Hope you guys can relate, learn something new. Comment down below what's your diagnosis story. What did you get from this? What do you want to hear more of? My blood sugar right now is just 70, so I'm pretty happy. It's just basically staying at a 70 flat, and that's what R is really doing for me right now. I'm probably just gonna have some snacks, hang out with my friends Mustafa, Hassan, and John. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, comment down below. Good night.